At Integrated Aviation Solutions, we know how important your permit department is. Therefore, we have developed a simple yet very effective solution that digitalizes the workflow of the Permits Department of Civil Aviation Authority. Now, let's take a quick look at how Digital Management System works. Digital Management System is a cloud-based system. Therefore, it is backed up to the cloud to keep files and data readily available and protected with highest level of security. It is compatible with all browsers. Also, the system is available in different languages, such as English, French and Arabic. It is possible to translate it to other languages as well. Now, we will show you how an applicant can fill out a permit application, and how permit fees are collected during submission of the application. To fill out a permit application, the applicant must first select the permit type, for example landing, the clearance type, in this example we will select single, and the flight type, ad hoc. Now, the relevant permit application is available for the applicant to fill it out as the following: the flight schedule, such as the call sign, the departure and arrival airport, the date and time, and number of passengers. This is a landing permit, therefore the outbound leg is required as well. Now that the flight details are entered, the applicant can proceed by adding the required information and uploading the documents under Operator tab. In this case only the operator name and country are required, and of course the AOC. Now, under the Aircraft tab, the applicant will fill out all the required aircraft information and upload the documents. The applicant can also add substitute aircraft, only if this option is enabled by the CAA. However, adding substitute aircraft is optional. Therefore in this case the applicant can proceed without adding any substitute aircraft to this application. Under Information tab, the applicant will provide any specific information required by the CAA. In this case, passenger manifest is required. Our system is designed to integrate with various radars to calculate and invoice the estimate or actual navigation charges based on a preset navigation settings and pricing formula. Therefore, if required by the CAA, the user should enter the entry and the exit points of the flight to calculate the estimate navigation fees and pay it along with the permit fee if required by the CAA. In this example, the exit and entry points are not mandatory. Therefore the applicant can proceed without having to enter them. Now the applicant has reached the last step, which is the payment. In order to avoid accumulated unpaid invoices or bad debts, the system won't allow the submission of any application without paying it first. Two methods of payment are available. Each payment method has its own invoicing rule and again, it is set by the CAA. For example, in this case, processing fee applies to both payment methods, however, bank charges apply only if paid by credit card. The applicant can either pay by credit card or by wallet. In some cases where there are no sufficient funds in the wallet, the system is flexible enough to allow the applicant to combine wallet with credit card to complete the payment. As mentioned previously, in this case, paying the estimate navigation charges is optional. Therefore the applicant can proceed by paying the application fees only. Once a new application is submitted, the system will send out notification emails informing all the recipients set by the CAA. We will discuss about the importance of email notifications at a later stage. Now that the application is submitted by the applicant, we will show you how Civil Aviation Authority can process a permit application manually. Then we will break down a permit application, in order to make it easier for you to understand how you can build a permit application based on a specific permit item and different settings. And we will discuss about how the CAA can set a schedule for the automated process of the permit applications. Now, we will begin with processing the application and issuing the permit manually. This is the received application created by the applicant at the beginning of this video. The summary displays some general information about the application. Now, view the flight details. Next, check the operator details and the documents. The documents under Operator, Aircraft, Substitute and Information tabs should be annotated and approved. In this case, The expiry date of the AOC should be annotated. Once the annotation is done, the CAA can enter the expiry date here and approve the document. The document can be rejected as well just in case wrong or invalid document is uploaded by the applicant. Now, we will quickly check and approve the document under Aircraft tab. There are no substitute aircraft in this application. Therefore, we will proceed to the Information tab to approve the passenger manifest. The navigation fees can be invoiced later, once you have the actual data. Now that the documents are checked and approved, the CAA can proceed with the approval of the application and issuance of the permit. The issued permit number can be found under Permits tab. Right upon the issuance of the permit number, an email notification will be sent to the user and to the CAA informing about the issuance of a new permit. Now that we have showed you how an application can be submitted by the applicant and processed by the CAA, we will view the permit item relevant to the permit application submitted by the applicant. The permit application selected by the applicant is Single Ad Hoc Landing, which is based on this permit item. Let's discuss the main points. As you can see, this permit application can be auto-approved and auto-issued based on the settings selected by the CAA. In some cases, for example during the pandemic of COVID-19, landing in some countries was strictly prohibited. Therefore, the CAA can allow or prohibit the submission of a specific permit application by selecting Yes. This permit application requires the number of passengers while entering the flight schedule. If the permit application should be applied solely by the national carriers or airlines, this checkbox can be selected. Operator and aircraft documents required for this permit application are selected by the CAA. Here. These documents are also added by the CAA. The tutorials will explain you in more details about how you can add all the required documents to select them here in the permit item. The information forms are created and customized by the CAA based on their requirements. For instance, passenger manifest, passenger passport details, cargo airway bill, etc. All the created forms will show here. It is for the CAA to select the ones required for this permit application. This is the section where you can set up different deadlines for the automated process of the permit applications, the validity of the permit, and the permit fees, according the level of the urgency of a permit application. In this example, this permit application can be applied as standard, urgent or top urgent. For example, a top urgent permit application should be applied 5 hours prior departure. The documents should be checked by the CAA agent within 1 hour after the submission of the application, or else the system will take over to automatically verify the documents only if the auto-approve and auto-issue settings are enabled, and the documents were previously checked by the CAA in a successfully issued application. Once the documents are checked, the manual approval of the application should take place at the latest 1 hour after the documents have been checked. Or else the application will be automatically approved 3 hours after submission, or let's say 1 hour after the approval of the documents, and the permit will be issued. This will be discussed further in tutorial videos. In case the permit is not issued the latest half an hour before departure, for instance due to invalid documents, the application will get rejected automatically. This means the workload can be distributed between the system and the permit department, which boosts the performance, conquer daily challenges and allows processing permit applications in timely manner. This is where the email notifications will play an important role. When an action is missed, the system will notify the relevant parties, such as the manager of the department, that the deadline of a certain action ended and no action was taken. If again no action is taken by the manager, the system will escalate it further by notifying the next person in charge and so on, until the required action is taken. This top urgent application costs €300. As you already saw previously in the payment page, other charges such as bank charges or processing fees can be added to the permit fee. These invoice rules can be set by the CAA. Again, this will discussed further in tutorial video. Also, any permit based on this application is valid for 72 hours. All the information showing in permit item, such as the urgency of the application, the submission deadlines, the validity of the permit, The permit fees and the required documents are all displayed publicly where any applicant can view it before proceeding with any permit application. Finally, a preset navigation formula can be set and linked to this specific permit item, in case the CAA want to charge navigation fees. The estimate navigation fees can be paid along with the permit fees, or the actual navigation fee can be invoiced later on, based on the actual data received from the air traffic control towers. What's more, it is well known that without financial fluency and transparency it's difficult for an organization to thrive. Therefore, the system can generate custom data-driven financial report that helps the CAA measure their financial results or cash flow monthly. As we have already seen, all features of the system are dynamic and flexible. Also, it can be modified at any time by the CAA according to their requirements. If you would like to take a deeper look into the features of our system and find out more, please watch the tutorial videos. If this sounds like something that would work for you, you can take a demo or ask us questions. Thank you for watching.